Linux file systems at 7:30. Our CTF winners will be announced at 8:30, and then promptly at 9:01, we were heading next door to Malo. Disclaimer, PG-13. We do, quite honestly, have younger people join us in the audience, so let's be respectful of that and keep our profanities and such very minimal. Code of conduct. Basically, we are a harassment-free community. Please be kind and considerate to one another. If you do have an issue, please let any one of the board members know or anyone else in the community. Please do not be silent if something does come up. Please challenge ideas, not people. So it is the ideas that we're here to learn from and not to disrespect people. Let's focus on the ideas we're learning about. Those on the board are almost all pictured here. So if you have ideas, again, if something comes up that you'd like to talk to someone about, these are some of the faces you can try to connect with. And please don't be afraid to talk to us. We need help to keep this community going. We need speakers, especially, is our biggest need. So please don't be afraid to share your thoughts and ideas with the community and be a part of being a speaker. In these meetings, we are working on workshops, so if you have ideas or can be a part of being a trainer for the workshops, please speak up. And, of course, we love money. Transparency report. So this space, if you want to clarify that.
Yeah, so the space, so we're blessed to be here at the Des Moines Social Club. We do pay for the space. It's $200 every time that we meet here, which is one heck of a steal compared to other places. So we pay for it. We're here for one more year. Well, I should say, I don't know, like 9 more months. We signed a lease agreement on that. It seems to be working pretty well. I don't see any changes for that. When we used to meet at Pillar, the drinks were free. Now there's a bar downstairs where you can go and get drinks. So, and then our sponsor today is Federal Home Loan Bank from here in Des Moines. We're very gracious to have them sponsor. They're kind of a last-minute fill, so we really appreciate them helping out on that aspect of it. And sponsorship money goes towards a lot of efforts. It pays our bills. It allows us to provide you guys pizza for free, and a lot of future efforts that we're working on as well. And there's costs for like running the website and all that kind of stuff too. So our sponsors are a really big part of what we do. Let's take the next one too, I think. All right, so this month we're also introducing a new kind of sponsorship level, if you will. So we're very thankful for the local Des Moines ISSA chapter, who's being considered a major contributor. They offered to help us financially at the rate of $2,000 a year. They've committed to that, which really helps us budget and plan for things when we start to do that. This is something that we're opening to anyone as well. If you want to contribute at a level that's significant and very impactful for us, then your name can be up here as well. And then there's lots of little side artifacts. If you want to talk about that, if it's something of interest to you, come talk to me and I'll give you all the details on that. I do want to speak a little bit about ISSA. I am personally a member of ISSA. I will tell you that it is a dues-paying membership. I think it's about $125 a year. But for that $125, you get monthly meetings. They're actually during the day, so you can take off for lunch, go attend those meetings. Very good content. In fact, I think the vast majority of the SecDSM board has presented there as well. The communities, ISSA and SecDSM, are very well aligned with the same mission of educating the community. ISSA also has some great membership benefits. They actually have a DEF CON scholarship as well that they're sending, I think, 2 people to DEF CON this year and providing a stipend for that to cover some of the cost on that. And they also bring in really good speakers as well. It's all kind of supported out of their Secure Iowa conference, which is a really good way to kind of, it's really good to see them contribute that back into the community. So last year they actually had Rachel Tobeck come out and speak, which was awesome. She's a really good social engineer. In fact, she's won the DEF CON social engineering contest and placed second several times. And it was really good to hear her come speak about how to protect yourself from social engineers or what training you could do at your company for that. And that was all provided within the membership. So it definitely pays for itself. when you consider those membership benefits. So big thank you to ISSA for that major contribution in helping us financially every year. And I'll have Aaron come up and talk about the bank. Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks, Brendan. All right, so financial transparency. Between this meeting and the last meeting, we had $313.07 go out the door for CTF prizes. So play the mini CTF and see what you win. We did have an AWS bill talking about hosting costs for $19.77. Probably one of the smallest AWS bills I've ever seen in my career, mind you. We did have cash come in for in the last 2 months. We had 2 sponsors coming in at $1,168.11, and we had $64 in random donations. The bank's everything balances. And as always, if you have any questions about the current state of the bank accounts, come talk to me. I'd love to tell you what we're doing. Thank you.
All right, so here it is. This is our mini CTF at minictf.secdsm.org/July_fun. It should be on social media as well. Do the things, win the prize. Please buy some swag from us. You will find that downstairs. And online, of course. Also, if you do we have new members today? First-time attendees tonight. All right, first-time attendees, please be sure to get your free sticker. So come by the swag area downstairs and get your free SecDSM sticker. Join us on Slack, where the majority of the things happen. So we have a large group there. Many questions and answers can be found there. Upcoming events, we have our ISSA meeting July 22nd. We have LMG Security Cyber First Responder one-day class on the 24th here at Brightwise. Then Black Hat in August 3rd, DEF CON August 8th, DerbyCon September 20th, and Secure Iowa Conference October 8th. That is not right. Someone should have updated that slide better. My bad. So just go to the website, which should be more accurate. Yeah. No, it's good. We're good. Yeah. And then...
All right, so don't forget about the Secure Iowa Conference that's put on by the local chapter of ISSA, and we'll actually be doing. I did get confirmation today. SecDSM for the 3rd year will be doing the CTF there. So it is at the DMAC FFA Event Center up in Ankeny. So it's a really good venue actually. They provide lunch there as well. So make sure you get registered for that. If you're here, you should pretty much be there as well. It's a really good conference. And so for that first responder class, LMG Security actually put out a special promo code for us. For those, I haven't actually taken this class, but I have talked to several people that have gone there, and they said it's very worthwhile. I think the cost right now is like $495 minus your $50 coupon, so be sure to use that. And they actually, I have some leftover shirts from LMG, so I'm gonna throw these out, but you have to answer the question: where is LMG based out of? Anybody know? There you go. There's the first. You guys don't count. Let's hear it. Missoula, Montana. So here's a shirt for you. There you go. That goes to Jared. And then I've got another shirt. So if anyone can tell me what LMG stands for. Jared. Not a machine gun. What else? No one? I'll give you a hint. It starts with lake. So what city was it at again? Lake Missoula Group. Who said it over here? There you go. Here's a shirt for you too. All right, that throw went a lot better. Okay, and there's actually one conference that isn't on here. It's a local conference. If anybody else can name it, you'll get this shirt as well. It's close, very close. CornCon's not in Des Moines. B-Sides, there we go. B-Sides Iowa shirt for you. All right, thanks for playing. He can throw that shirt back if he wants it. All right, sweet. And then we'll talk a little bit about scholarships. You'll notice on the event page that DEF CON has a big star next to it. That's because we actually have a black badge to DEF CON. It's that gold coin looking thing in the middle. It's actually $1,337 worth of gold at the time when we got it. It's from DEF CON 25. And we've got a bunch of other ones there as well. So when we win these badges, we actually don't use them for ourselves. We give them back to the community and offset the cost for someone to go to that conference for that. So we'll use this black badge to pay for your entrance into that. So there is an application process. SecDSM.org/scholarship has all those details. And it is open to what I'd say like our family, right? So SecIC is our family. SecKC is our family. And we want to use these. We were very happy the DEF CON badge for this year has actually been awarded. So that winner is going there. And it is an application process. So take the application seriously. It's very short. It more or less says like, why should you get it? And take it seriously. We do have multiple black badges to Wild West Hacking Fest and Circle City Con, two of my favorite conferences, although I've not been to Wild West Hacking Fest, but I've heard it's really good. And then we've got GurCon and ThoughtCon as well. So for 2020, those are all available, and 2019 for Wild West Hacking Fest. I think GurCon's coming up sometime in October too, so that one's still there. So if you have any interest in going to those conferences, be sure to apply, and maybe you'll get a free ticket. Sweet. James, for the news, our news guy. James Beal.
Brandon Murphy. All right, start off a couple quick hits. If you didn't know, and I don't know how available they are, I haven't tried to get a brand new one, but the Raspberry Pi 4s just came out recently, and Kali Linux is actually supported. There's a Pi version of it, so if you haven't seen that yet and you actually scored yourself a new Pi, I would go out there and grab Kali just for fun. As pointed out in the story that I pulled, it actually has onboard Wi-Fi monitor mode and frame injection support, so you can put a little compromise box in there and see what you come up with. And then a report came out recently for some researchers that as of data collected from public sources in the last 10 years, or I guess 11 years, we're actually up to over 9,700 breach events, and that includes 10.7 billion records. So if you don't think your information's out there, there's only 340 million people in the United States, so do the math. With an average cost calculated of $148 a record, so that's $1.5 trillion. And I'm going to let everybody enjoy this gift for a second because I'm super proud of it. You like that? Cobalt Strike. So if you don't know, Cobalt Strike is a professional pen testing tool. It's actually a professional tool to the point that it's quite expensive. You require a license when you buy a license to actually use the tool to install it on a server. There are not supposed to be any quote-unquote production versions out there. As expected, there are a whole bunch of them. People have been finding them on Shodan and popping up and actually using these, both from a cyber criminal perspective, and there's some pen testers that have been finding these machines and finding out what they can do with them. It is essentially like a Metasploit Pro type of tool. There's a whole bunch of packages built into it, so it's really, really not a good idea that that's out there. But if you're interested in more, seeing all those results, there's plenty of info out there about that. There is a new threat actor out there called the Silence Group. The interesting part about this is the researchers that have tracked it down. Also proud of that second gift there at the bottom with the ATM kid. You got to love that, right? That was amazing. I had to grab that one. They actually hacked some ATMs. Actually did a cache pile. So like the one at the top there was walk up to the ATM and the ATM just starts spitting all the money out. The interesting part about this is not only are they a new group, but they figured out, the researchers figured out it's actually potentially run, at least on the core, from a couple Russian-speaking individuals that are definite security members aware of white hat security practices. So they are either previous, good guys on our side that have switched over to the bad side, or are definitely aware of all our practices and behaviors and have pointed things that way. If you're not aware, another interesting point with this, there's a lot of banks now that are looking at a whole lot of protection mechanisms, because there's also been a big rash recently of physical attacks on ATMs, aka drive your truck through the front door. The Casey's grab the ATM machine and drag it out of there with a truck or things like that. So they're actually thinking about hardening the machines, or there's a lot of banks that are considering keeping a lot less money in the actual bins that the cash is in. And then this is a big, huge one. So in the last couple of weeks, we've had a whole lot of activity, if you're not aware, with Iran and some targeting of industries over in Iran. They are not happy about our activities and the things they are claiming we have done from the United States government, NSA hacker activity. And so there's been a lot of concern about data back. If you weren't aware of it, everyone was really concerned about Cloudflare last week, thinking it was a major DDoS attack until they realized that Cloudflare put in a update that had some regular expressions in it that crapped out their servers, pegged them all to 100% CPU, and took down 45% of the worldwide systems for Cloudflare. So that was an interesting one that everyone thought was an attack. But this is Iranian actors, and they're actually moving over to, as we talked about in the past, actually using destructive wiper tools like NotPetya was, instead of just actual attacks and actually getting to the point of doing destruction. And then, as we all love Florida, because Florida is the land of awesome, awesome news stories, a technical one here is a couple Florida cities have been hit with ransomware recently. Both of them paid out. I believe one of them paid out about 65 or 70 Bitcoins, which is like $600 and some $1,000, and the other one got hit with about 40. Both cities chose to pay out, and this is just a good reminder to all of us, back up your systems. Have applications in place to take care of those things, or you're going to run into giant piles of money flying out the door. And then we also like to do the job section. So if anybody is hiring and would like to come up, let us know who you are, where you work, and what the position is. Anyone? Brandon, you going first? All right.
Hopefully other people will follow suit. All right, so I'm Brandon. I work at Proofpoint, and in particular, I work on the emerging threats team, so I make a whole lot of network intrusion detection signatures based for Snort and Suricata. If you have experience writing signatures for Snort or Suricata and are interested in a job position change, I'd like to talk to you. If PCAPs are your thing, if you like digging through PCAPs like me, it's pretty much what we do all day. So yeah, it'd be a good position for you. There are other jobs open too. I actually posted them on the jobs channel in Slack. I think there's 4 US-based jobs, and it's full remote, so that's cool. But there's like a threat analyst position for, it's on the professional services team, PSTI, professional threat services, something. And so they do like a lot of customer facing stuff. So like if a customer says, hey, who's attacking us? Or I'm in industry X, tell me about the landscape today on industry X. They facilitate that conversation, answer those questions. There's a manager position open for the threat research team. And there's also, for the new grads here, there's a new grad position that's open. And it is on the threat research team. They are focused heavily on adversary tracking and reverse engineering type work. And they're explicitly looking for a new grad that they can build up in their skill set. So I know there's a lot of college students here, so that might be of interest.
Cool. Collabs. Anyone else? Anyone got any positions open, wants to come up? Going once, going twice? I don't see anybody. Okay, that's it for my portion. I'll hand it back off to Sam for the 101. Thanks, everybody.
All right, and that kind of wraps it up for now. We are meeting again August 14th. We need presenters, so if you have a topic you could share with the community, please let us know. We're going to take a short break, and we will have Ryan here starting soon. All right, thank you.